Hey, welcome back to your live continuing BeTerrific coverage of the New York International Auto Show. It's the 2015 New York International Auto Show here at the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City. I'm Michael Artsis. Behind us is the Honda booth. Honda is doing a big unveil of the new 10th generation Civic. They're calling it the Epic Civic. They're selling a 5-door sedan and the coupe, which looks amazing. I've got Amelia from UBCTV joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Michael. How are you today?
I am great. First of all, tell me about UBC.
Well, UBC is a brand new television network. It's all about the urban lifestyle, and we're based here in Harlem, New York, as well as Las Vegas. So it's very exciting. You'll be seeing us do all of our live streams like yourself starting next month. So it's very exciting. But we've been having a lot of fun, and it's telling stories that are not being told.
Tell me, what kinds of stories that you guys are telling that aren't normally being told? We're into that. We love telling stories that aren't being told. We love telling positive stories. We love storytelling.
It's very interesting when they talk about urban lifestyle. Unfortunately, so many times the connotations are always negative. But there's so many amazing people, and the diaspora of urban lifestyle is exciting, and we mimic the same thing. We're about progressivism, but entrepreneurialism. It's about ownership nowadays. That's empowerment. It's about information. We're in the information age. So I can talk to you about CES, and then I can talk to you about Beauty Press, and then I can talk to you about a new skincare product called Skin In that's helping cancer patients heal their skin, and it's a specially formulated skincare product. So it's all of these type of things. And then we talk about efficient cars like the smart car that just got renovated.
Now, entrepreneurism is something that interests me. I think it interests America. I think it's what's driven America. It's driven America to be creative. It's really, a lot of people say it's what makes the economy go around. It's really what provides most of the jobs. So I like that. I like that you're reporting on that. You're helping by doing that. Young businesses. How did you get to the car show? Are you just a car gal?
Yes, I am a car fanatic. My dream is to one day rebuild a car.
What kind of car would you like to rebuild?
That's still a question.
You just missed our pilot episode of Garage Queens, where we take you into garages to find cars that have been beautifully restored, waxed, trailered to car shows, but don't get on the road. You don't get to see them, and we give you the visceral effect of driving them because we take you out on the road and we tell you their story.
That is cool.
What kind of car would you restore?
Well, I don't know. I'm so excited about this new Honda Civic. Honda's been traditional.
Well, you wouldn't restore that. You'd tweak it.
I would tweak it. I would rebuild it. But I just saw Tammy. She's a designer. She rebuilt. It starts with an S. It's one of those old cars, and it was so
Chevelle,
cool.
which would start with a C.
But no, that was a C. I can't think of it right now, but
it could be a Chevelle
Saturn.
SS.
No, it was a Saturn.
Oh, a Saturn.
Yes.
Rebuilding Saturns, restoring Saturns.
She rebuilt the Saturn and made it so cool. She put suicide doors on it.
Really?
She did a whole thing of Michael Jackson in the hood. It is so cool. She put a lighting down on the bottom of it and made it just this beautiful, incredible. The torque on this Saturn is insane.
Really? In a Saturn? I always think of Saturns, and I've driven them as underpowered vehicles.
Yes.
Cheaply put together, chintzy. I was happy, in one hand, happy when they went away. On another hand, kind of sad, liked what they represent in the market. But their doors and the body panels were plastic. You could literally push the dent back out. I wonder if you could 3D print door panels for the car.
I know. Wouldn't that be exciting?
It would be amazing.
3D printing is doing so many amazing things, from shoes to nails to everything else. I would imagine they'd be able to do that now.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think you could. 3D printing nails?
Yes.
I've never heard of this.
Oh,
Really?
yes.
You can make your own press-ons.
Yes. At the fashion tech show, Textile, they had 3D fingernails that you could actually put on and create your own designs, and it was pretty cool.
That
it was
is
very
pretty
interesting.
Cool. You could look like Katy Perry in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you had leopards and polka dots and
But you don't know what you would restore, but you'd take a Civic like this, and what would you do to it?
Well, I would probably soup it up, definitely.
Yeah.
I would, like
So we're
work
talking.
with the engine.
So I mean, they've got big wheels on this car already, but we're gonna go with new rims.
Yeah, definitely. And I probably would put some Pirellis on it,
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. And,
Some P0s.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Okay.
on top of that, I probably would just finesse the style a little bit.
So what would you do?
But I would
you-
have to make it aerodynamic so that I could still get the speed without lifting up off the ground.
Right.
Because that's
So
what Civics are for.
What would you do? Would you do like quilted leather in the inside? That's very popular right now.
Yeah, I don't really like the
No, you don't
quilted
like that.
leather,
What would you do?
no. I don't know. See, that's just it. That would be the fun
Would
part
you want
about
carbon
it.
fiber? That's a more masculine
Like
look.
one
though,
of
I
my
think.
cousins, he redid a classic 68 Corvette. And when it
Very
got
nice.
done, his name is Johnny Mike. And when he got it done, it was so amazing. He put this metallic purple in it. It was burnt out,
Yeah.
and he rebuilt it from scratch.
Wow.
And it was the most amazing piece of work. And it took him 5 years to do it. But it was amazing.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, really awesome. And the value of it
What have you seen
escalated.
here other than the Civic, the brand new Civic that's being launched, which we just watched kind of them unveil? What have you seen here that you think is amazing?
My two most amazing favorites is Lincoln taking it to the luxury level that Lincoln's always been known for, but making the back seat an office. I just put it up on my
Is that
Instagram.
the Navigator?
Yes. No,
No.
the Continental.
In the Continental?
Yes, in the Continental they have a strip
I
now
love this idea
where
because
the
I wanna-
computer
this is what I wanna
actually
do.
lifts up.
Yeah.
And so it turns into your back office. And when you're done, the computer goes right back into the arms.
See, this is what I want to do. I want to work in the car, and I want the car to drive itself, and then I can sit there and work and send emails and do shows and do what I need to do. Because, you live in New York. I live in
Yeah.
the New York metro area. I've been a New Yorker my whole life. I've lived in New York, in the city. I've lived on Long Island. All we do is sit in traffic.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just time that it's needlessly spent. We could be productive. We could do things. And I think it
you
would be
could
great.
definitely, with the
I
smooth
like-
ride of the Lincoln Continental, you can definitely get your work done.
I feel like Lincoln's back.
Oh yeah,
I
by
really
far.
do. But they
have
haven't been
worked
for so
on-
many years. I feel like they've made a comeback.
Yes, they did, and what they did is they combined lifestyle, which we've been talking about, and luxury back
Sure.
to what they were known for,
Yeah.
and they finally got it right.
Now, if I can only
But my
afford
other
the
favorite
driver,
one is
or I
the
can
Jaguar.
get the Lincoln to be autonomous,
Trust
then
me.
I'm good.
As nice as that car drives, anybody will want to drive that car for you.
All right, so the
But Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Oh my God, Jaguar! I always know. I
no,
always
it's
say
Jaguar. I
Yeah,
make
but
fun of the
that's
guy
how
in the
they say
commercial.
it,
The
Jaguar.
Yes.
But,
My grandmother had a green Jaguar. I used to love it because it had two gas tanks. You had to fill up this side and that side. Oh, it was probably a pain. You had to fill the car up twice. You imagine you
No,
you'd
that's
sit at the
okay.
tank. They fill the car up. You drive around to the other side. They fill the car up again.
Well, see, I
1984 Jaguar.
I used to drive
Yeah.
Jaguar XS.
XJ6. Okay.
Yes.
What did you have?
The XS.
Okay.
And I loved it for the room and everything else, but what I loved, I'm a speed demon.
Yeah.
You could go 125 miles an hour and it just hugged the road.
Where were you going 125 miles an hour?
I don't tell secrets. But you can, it just hugs the road.
Yeah.
But check this out. They took technology now where the car actually tells you the condition of the road. So let's say if it's snowy in
Yeah.
New York City, you do not need to put your foot on the pedal. The car will accelerate and decelerate based on the condition of the road. So all you have to do is steer. How wonderful is that for people that cannot drive in inclement weather? Hello, it's doing the thinking for you. So
I like that. I like the
think that's
technological
remarkable.
advances, and I like that Jaguar is no longer a car that needs to be in the shop every week.
Oh, yeah.
My grandmother's, it was in the shop literally every week, and then she got a Lincoln Continental. She got rid of it for a
Smart
Lincoln
lady.
Continental.
American.
Yeah.
I gotta go with American.
And it was like she went from like a really sporty car. At that point, Lincoln was going like this. It was a grandma car.
Right.
Now Lincoln's making a huge resurgence.
Yes, it is.
But those commercials, I like Matthew McConaughey, but they gotta get they're weird. Are they
I
not
know,
weird?
But you know what's so interesting?
They're getting
Because-
better. In the beginning, they were very weird.
In the beginning they were very weird, but it's the complacency of like elegance.
Yeah.
You don't really flaunt elegance, you just accept it. So I think that that's what they're trying to convey in their commercials now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I am, so therefore I don't need to tell you what I am. I like that.
All right. Well, what else have you seen that you liked?
Well, I'm a smart car person living in New York City. Space is the key thing when
Yeah.
it comes to parking. I don't like driving around for an hour to find a spot.
Right.
Well, they've actually considered, because the old smart cars, they were so small, they were having problems with wobbling and tipping on higher speeds.
Really?
So they made it wider.
Okay.
And they redesigned the engine, and they made it a lot safer. The sacrifice a little bit is in the trunk room, but you have more leg room, and they made it more connected. So better GPS, better lifestyle, like you can actually take your phone and put it on the dashboard and it can talk and work for you. So I think that that's really cool. You don't have to call people. You can just tell the car to call someone.
Well, I love when a lot of car companies are integrating the iOS, the car stuff, and the Android car stuff, the car kits, so that you can do that. You can say, Siri, do this, Siri, do that. Now I have the Bluetooth, and getting Siri is a problem, and she never understands me through the car.
Yeah, well, articulation is very clear with Siri. Siri's like, what did you say?
Oh, yeah.
That thing drives me.
Siri does drive me nuts. Does drive me nuts.
You wind up yelling at an animated thing. It's crazy.
I almost consider Siri a failure at this point.
Yeah.
I love Mini. Mini also would be a good car
Yes.
for the city.
Yes.
And I don't think they have anything new right now. I haven't gotten over there. But last year they came out with a really cool car. And I think it's a lot of fun. And they have like this SUV Mini, which is cool. I know that McLaren is here. What were you going to say?
It's Porsche.
I love Porsche.
Oh, my goodness.
See, I try not to talk about it too much because I could literally talk about it all day.
Then you're going to love the Boxer Spider, the Spider Boxer. 0 to 100 in 4 seconds.
Whoa. 0 to 100 in 4 seconds?
4 seconds. I almost
right,
dropped
I'm gonna
my
tell
jaw
you something.
when they
I'm going to
said
tell you
that.
something. I drove a C4S the other night. I accelerated really hard. As hard as you could. And my neck is still hurting. The G's gave me whiplash. And this is not a brand new car at this point, so 0 to 100 in 4 seconds is going to give me whiplash.
The Autobahn. It's definitely an Autobahn car.
I don't know. There's room on the West Side Highway.
Yeah. late night. Psh, you didn't hear it from me.
So Porsche has some really nice things. The new Cayenne too is beautiful.
Yes.
I've gotten a chance to see that. More room inside. It's a small footprint, but it has a lot of room inside, especially in the back seats. And you've got the Cayenne, you've got the Panamera, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But of course, my favorite is the entire 911 lineup, and I really do like though the Cayman and the Boxster more the Cayman because I like the rigidity of a stiff roof and this mid-engine really well balanced. They're the same car basically, coupe versus convertible, and so I really like the Cayman. But to me, the 911 lineup, the C2, the C4, the C4S, the Turbo. That's the holy grail for me.
Talking about design too, what was really interesting about Jaguar was that they actually created a different signature too. And then the other thing was, I think I was over at Audi, and the new A8.
The A8?
They actually created it based on an elephant's skull.
Do you believe that?
I don't know.
I never believe it when they tell me this stuff.
I
mean,
have
look,
to
I'm all about being
on my own because journalists, that's what we do.
I'm all about being positive, but I'm like, come on, who dreamed that up in a creative meeting? What publicist said, oh, you know what? My kid thinks it looks like an elephant. Let's say we looked at an elephant.
But I'm going to investigate that because that makes a lot of sense though, as far as just a carry, and it does look somewhat like.
Do you like the A8? I've always found it. To me, it's a boring car.
Well, I don't want to say anything derogatory, but Audi is not one of my favorites.
It's not derogatory. It's just what it is.
It's just my opinion. Audi's not one of my favorites.
And we like being positive. I'm just being honest. That's all.
Yeah, I'm being honest too.
Yeah.
I like to say I'm not hating.
But
I'm
the
just
R8,
saying.
the R8's amazing.
Yeah, but one thing that I still feel like Audi has not worked out sometimes is the electrical. They still have problems with that. There's glitches in their system sometimes that once you tweak the car, once the car gets into like
you're
working
all into
power.
Modifying the car. I used to be all into modifying the car. I really did. I'm totally out of modifying the car. You know what I feel? I feel especially when you go to a high-end brand, right? When you go to a Mercedes or an Audi or a Porsche and you spend 6 digits on a car, 3 zeros before you get to a comma, right? If they thought that they could charge you an extra 5-10 grand and make the car better, they would. But they felt that this is the best situation for a car. And so what I found is when you tweak these cars, you screw the integrity of the vehicle up. And it can be fun to do it and all that stuff, but then the car rattles apart, and then you create other problems, and then the wheels are too big and they rub, or this or that, or
Yeah, well,
whatever.
that's people that don't really see. There's design for beauty, and then there's design for efficiency. You know, like it's a machine, and a machine should really know how to run.
I think that they set it up that way, and I think,
some of your high-end cars, I agree with you, Michael. Yeah, definitely.
So
my favorite is Maserati.
Yeah.
I'm a Maserati girl all day long.
Are you?
I love Maserati.
Maserati over Ferrari?
Yes.
Over Aston?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Over
And-
Lambo? I see. I'm not a
yes.
Lambo fan.
I like the ride. It's
Yeah.
smoother. I like the independent suspension. I like a lot of the comfort inside the car, the way they have it contoured. It's just a nice luxury car. And then,
Yeah, but
now...
that's the thing to me. I think it's too luxury, not enough muscle. That's why I
Oh,
love.
no. It goes 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but you could buy a Ferrari, comparable Ferrari, and go 0 to 60 in 3 and 3 and change.
That you hit a bump. You're
Yeah, it's not comfortable. Your kidneys
your
feel
Legos.
it. Yeah, your kidneys feel it, and they're hard to drive. They're not
yeah,
easy.
not only that, but they're collapsible. You know, it's like just kiss your butt goodbye. You know, I can't, like, you know, not saying anything again, but Lexus is another one. You kiss your butt goodbye.
Yeah, but-
you know, they just collapse.
But Audi, getting back to Audi for a second, Audi is, they're sporty cars. They handle well. They drive well. I actually like them. To me, the A8 is boring.
I don't like the suspension.
Yeah, really.
They're tight.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
But I like that.
That's how you're riding in an Audi. I like...
Amelia wants a Rolls. That's what you really want.
Well, yes, one day. But
Yeah.
you have to be driven in a Rolls. You don't drive a Rolls.
I would agree with that. I've driven them. I've driven Bentleys, and I would agree. It's much more fun to
But
be
I like
driven.
the Bentley Coupe now.
It's nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The GT, the Continental GT, it's very, very nice. And you can get the convertible.
Yeah. I haven't ridden in that yet.
They're nice.
I haven't.
I like you said, I like riding in it as opposed to driving it. But
Yeah,
they're cool.
some cars are just meant to be that way.
All right, UBCTV, how do people
Yes.
find it?
Very simple, ubctvnetwork.com.
Okay.
And you can find me simply at Amelia Ismore, all one word, the word Amelia.
And so
ISMORE.
your name harkens back to Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, well, my original name, Amelia Moore,
Yeah.
is Amelia Earhart's maiden name.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
That's amazing.
So,
So
when
did
you
your parents
Googled
know
me-
that?
No, I was named after my grandparents.
Wow.
So, like my father's mother was named Maria Amelia,
Okay.
and my mother's mother was named Amelia Maria. So my grandmother on my father's side always used to say I was named backwards.
How did you get into cars?
I just love them.
Yeah.
I guess as a young girl, I was always a tomboy, always underneath my father, and my father was a Buick man. And as I started getting older, I just love cars. My first car was an Audi,
Really?
and then
Which
I went
one?
to a BMW, and I never changed
You had
from BMW.
You had an A4 or an A? What did you have? An A6
Oh,
or an
God,
A4? Or was
God,
it even
no,
before
no,
that?
it was before that.
It would be like an
It-
Audi 2000.
Yeah, it was like, I forgot the model because it was like it's like maybe about 18 years ago.
Okay. And then you went to
So,
Beamer, and you love
yeah,
Beamer.
I
What did you think of
love
what Beamer
BMW.
has here? How about the
Well,
i8?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm
Oh.
looking for it.
All right,
What-
well, you got to get there. It's great.
The thing that I love about BMWs is that it's so aerodynamic. It's one of the only cars that you can accelerate on a turn. You can actually
Well,
hit the gas.
there are a lot of cars you
Yeah,
can
but
accelerate on a turn.
with-
I mean, that's the
without
whole
no-
point of
without no
racing is you
jiggle.
got to hit the apex. And
Yeah, but some of them.
you brake coming in, you hit the apex,
Yeah,
and you got to
but
give it
no,
gas.
you don't have to brake with a BMW.
Well, you got to because you're going to be coming in too hard.
No.
I mean,
All you have to do is just lift up. Because
Well, sure,
the
I
way
mean-
the engine is designed, once you pull up, it starts breaking down. Like it's not like you have to break the car
right.
down.
I mean, okay. Technically, you can let the engine do the work as
Yeah,
well.
BMW is
Absolutely. But
great
there are a
for
lot of
that.
cars. I mean, Ferraris, Porsches. I bet you could do that with Audis. You can do that with a lot of Mercedes. Do you like Mercedes?
Yes, I do.
Mercedes makes some very
Mercedes
nice
are a
vehicles.
solid car.
I really like Mercedes a lot.
I would love to race a Mercedes versus a BMW. And
You
see
would.
Which one?
Which one would you pick to race?
I would race the BMW.
But I mean, which model Mercedes would you want to race?
I want to try.
Let's take the SLS off the table.
Yeah, I was
because,
just gonna say
Well,
that.
because BMW doesn't have a comparable car.
You don't think the 750? You don't think that?
No, you could say the SL600, versus maybe an M6. Okay.
Well, the 750 is kind of heavy too, so.
Yeah, you're not going to race the 750.
Yeah, nah,
you're not
that's
going to race
kinda
an
heavy.
S-Class.
Yeah.
So we're looking at like an SL probably versus an M6. You like that combination?
Yeah, that's a good combination.
All right.
The M6 might just win. It's
I
so
got-
funny because I'm looking right at Maserati as we're looking.
I got money. I got money on the SL. All right. Thank you so much. It's
Thank you so much, Mike.
UBCTVnetwork.com.
You got it.
And is it syndicated television only online? What's the deal?
Well, right now we're online,
Yep.
but we'll be
That's where
starting.
we are.
Yeah, and
We
we'll
love
be-
it.
Yes, of course. Well, this is the future.
Of course it is.
Live streaming.
The future is here.
Yeah, the future is now.
Yes.
Live streaming is now.
How often are you guys on?
We'll be starting going incessant in May.
24 hours a day?
No, live streaming, yes, but then
Okay.
we're going to cable with a certain designated
Nice. So
time.
you
but
will
that's
have
really my
TV
CEO's
distribution.
answer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely on television, and we've got some great partners.
Very nice.
And when she starts rolling it out, she'll definitely let you know.
Great.
I'll make sure she sits in a hot seat.
UBCTVnetwork.com. That's Amelia.
Amelia is more.
I'm Michael Artsis. We'll be back with a whole lot more from the New York International Auto Show. This is your live, continuing BeTerrific coverage of the New York International Auto Show 2015 on BeTerrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
He's terrific. Be terrific.